Hello, everyone. We are the Insatiables, and I cannot do an intro. Welcome. How are you doing today?
You're not a member of the
Good.
Insatiables, John. Sorry.
All right. I saw me getting flipped off. 3 people started talking. So, Greg, how's your week been?
It's been all right. I had a good time playing some D&D and going to the gym and the usual stuff. But it's been good. I don't know.
Okay.
Largely a-okay.
I'm glad to hear that, man. Rube, how are you doing?
Doing fantastic. Having a lovely day. I'm glad I'm here. I get to play D&D today.
I'm glad you're here to play D&D with me, Rube. Red, happy birthday.
What's up? Thank you.
What'd you get
I've been
for your
on this
birthday?
world. This laptop that I'm now using
Oh.
that has a better camera. It's bigger. It can run everything without my fans blaring and the entire thing overheating.
Nice.
Maybe now you can finally also see maps.
Maybe.
I can. It loads the map very quickly.
I'm glad to hear
It
it.
used to take me like a minute to load it every time.
Oof. Nick, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing just dandy. I had the week off from work, and I just kind of lazed around, having a good time.
Hell yeah.
Had a little bit of an annoying time earlier today because I tried to change my license plates, but the studs that the screws are screwed into behind the license plate rotate. Now they came unstuck, so tons of fun. I'll have to figure out how to deal with that.
I believe in you. Henrietta, how are you doing?
I'm alright. I'm good. I have friends visiting next week, so I will not be here.
We'll just bring them in too. It's no big deal.
She would have a great time. She is murder hobo personified, though, so.
Oh. Well, maybe we'll pass.
Yeah, it's hot. It's summer in California, so it's warming up, and I'm toasting in this unair conditioned office I'm in.
Oh no. Well, thank you for sticking with us. Guys! What happened last week? Did we do anything other than shop?
Not
We
really.
shopped
no.
because we
Not
could.
really.
I mean, I joined an Order of the Night Fallen, but that's it.
Not important.
We joined a cult. No big deal. We love cults.
Perhaps this is the best of us, really. I mean, a lot of us are into like weird, evil stuff, but it's natural.
We call it
Okay.
evil.
We decided to go. We got an ally, right? We got this
Benefactor for sure.
benefactor that is helping us with a boat, and we're also going to check out the temple to see if we can find out more about Osric's holy quest.
It's true.
Maybe make some allies.
For one whole experience point, what is your benefactor's name?
I've totally forgotten.
Oh no. I remember because I wrote
Some
it down.
fucking guy.
Nice.
Boatnik stuff.
I think it's
Oh,
like
mixed
Rodrigo or
stuff, huh?
something. It's not Rodrigo, but it's like Rodrigo.
You got the last letter.
I know. I know it was a different name, and then he changed it to be an O.
Yeah.
It's like, I remember that part of it, but I don't remember the whole name.
Don't worry, John. I'm opening up
Was
last
it a weird
session
name
right
that
now.
shouldn't exist?
It is Sergio. We love
There we
Sergio.
That was close. That was
Hey,
so
John.
close for him.
For that whole experience point, was his name Sergio?
It was. Simon, take one experience point.
Thank you.
That's a pity experience point. That's for your birthday.
It's
my birthday.
Party, I have
I'm
us
a
on the
birthday boy.
27th of Fantasy December, which means Fantasy New Year's is coming up. I hope you're excited for that.
What
I'm really
happens?
excited to make some fantasy New Year's
Bad
resolutions.
decisions.
Yeah. We'll do Fantasy New Year's resolutions. Hell yeah. When we last left off, Jonal, do you have a new title today?
Today we're Jonal the Envoy.
Jonal the Envoy, getting a job description instead of an adjective. As well as Osric, heading into the Bu-Aid Temple Complex. And on this auspicious, beautiful day, where is it? Is it here? I want to bring us to my shit-ass map. Because I love my shit-ass map, guys. This is my favorite map ever. We were on it just a little while ago, and god damn is it beautiful. This is peak D&D content. Oh.
Personal favorite is the fish with the nipples.
You know, it's a high-quality nipple fish. That is for sure.
Look,
High-quality
Bufffish is a
nipple
man of the
fish.
people.
Good God. You two enter the temple complex on an auspicious day, as many religious types are heading straight on in. You see people dressed up as though everyone is a cleric. There must be like a procession going on. Some sort of holiday ritual, maybe some sort of weird ceremony is taking place. And then you see like a true cleric with a great big chain around his neck, just handing out this great big cheap garb made out of cotton that anyone... What in the fuck is this music?
It makes it sound powerful.
Brilliant.
Right now. I felt like we were doing something important.
This
Yeah.
cleric is our enemy.
This cleric is
Boss
handing out
fight.
robes. A little assistant guy is running up and helping him restock of like, take a frock, everyone. Take a frock if you're coming into the temple. It's a holy day today.
We have to.
Yeah. I mean, Jonal will go take a frock.
There
He
you
doesn't
go.
give a frock, he takes a frock.
Thank you so much. And you just
What if,
quickly...
like, religiously my chest needs to be free? Have we considered that?
Oh, it's a easily terrible frock,
My
sir.
chest is free.
I'm just saying.
Osric, this man will just show you how easy it is to tear this cheap-ass garb. As he just shows off his incredibly toned abs, but very flabby pectoral muscles. All I do is core.
It's impressive that you've accomplished that in this time.
Thank you. Go on in. Will you guys join this strange procession, or quickly divert off and spectate?
Oh, spectating is what I'm here for.
Going in.
Going in.
Osric, like, opens up the the frog or whatever, makes a nice deep V.
Oh god. It's more like a big pocket, rather, because just the neck hem is just incredibly sturdy. You just have this gaping wound in your frock.
Gotta show off the goods.
Like a boob window. Osric has a boob window.
Yeah,
Osric has the
a
biggest
boob
boob
window.
window.
He has a cleric boob window right now.
It's a holy boob window.
You
They
all,
got
or whoever
cemented.
wants to be present for the scene, enter this great big temple complex, where many a person is participating, heading towards their specific denomination of faith, and or shrine, and or just favorite priest of the city, and are beginning to start what is known as the ceremony. No, the sealing of Tiamat. For those of you who do not live in this world, the sealing of Tiamat is a sacred day where the peoples, I suppose, of the grand civilized orders and races. Essentially just style on a goddess who got put down thousands of years ago. And anyone who wants to participate in this great big ritual resealing may do so.
Where's your god at?
I don't know, do you see anyone that looks vaguely murderous? And
I look around for... Hold on,
Yeah.
can I get on your shoulders?
I can only assume that they're all just like, different versions of myself, right?
Clearly.
Give me a perception check. Osric, if you let Jonal stand on your shoulders, he can have advantage.
I let him stand on my shoulders for advantage.
Incredible. On a 15, Jonal, you look over the crowd of people just sort of standing in the middle of this great big entranceway. You look over and you see one dwarf standing at the base of a statue where a great big depiction of some dwarven god with a great big fire beard holding an axe over his head can be found. You see that this guy's little robe/frock thing has been just torn to shreds as though he's been clawing at it for hours. You see this guy is just like working himself into a religious fervor, screaming in Dwarvish to those who can hear him. But the procession's just so loud, it's just blending in with the din of movement and shuffling.
I think I found your people.
Oh, good. I'd hope that would be easy to find. All right, point in the direction. I'll walk us over.
Yeah, I'll point out to the statue.
I'll follow him like the finger he's pointing.
You
Like a
push your
compass.
way through the crowd. You have superior strength. Even with Jonal on your back, you can easily make your way to this great big statue where a guy is yelling in Dwarvish, "Valhalla bits into the scales of Tiamat, spat them right in her eye! You!" And he points directly at Jonal. "Get off that dwarf! That's a holy dwarf!"
Holy dwarf.
It's okay,
I
brother.
will-
It's all right. It's all right. He's with me. It's okay. This is my
Oh,
buddy.
it's demeaning! No half-elf, no elf, no human, hobbit, or gnome rides upon the shoulders of the dwarves.
I mean, they're my shoulders, but I mean, I
No,
appreciate your
they're
wording.
not
I'm
your
very
shoulders.
strong.
They're the Hama's shoulders. The Hama is the one who created us, forged us out of fury and fire. And he's just screaming, bellowing with
Now,
a
can you
red
find a
face.
different
Osric.
one? Can you find? Is there
This guy-
another one
Oh.
around here?
Wait,
No.
I think he's trying to pick a fight.
He's gonna lose. I mean, even with you on my back, I think I could take him pretty easily. No offense.
Prove your dwarven might.
Osric, you're getting
I mean,
egged on by
I'm
your
gonna put you
friends.
down. Try not to get knocked over, and I'm gonna go headbutt this guy. I'll be right back.
All right. You want to headbutt this guy? Give me an athletics check and tell me if you're raging.
I'm a little upset. I would say.
But are you raging?
I'm not raging. I
Okay.
already have a +8. It's fine.
This guy's definitely raging. Which he'll definitely need. Oh my god. Oh, thank god he's raging. He screams to the heavens. Osric, you feel that you would have domed this guy just immediately if he just was not in this religious frenzy that he's worked himself up to and must be just going on for hours. This dude is insane, going full sicko mode, and as you ram your head into this guy, you break his nose fully. Blood snorts out into his mouth, which he then is like, "Is that all you got, lad?" And then just grabs your head and slams into you, knocking you back. You haven't been floored before, Osric. Or rather, it's been over several decades since you've got put
Almost
on
a
your
century.
ass. And this guy is like, "Oh!" just yelling at you.
You really gonna let it stand
Blood
at
all over my
that?
face. Osric is gonna rage. He's
All
gonna
right.
tackle this guy.
All right, do it again. Now at advantage.
Let's see what I got.
All right.
Athletics.
Oh my God.
26,
Mouse.
motherfucker.
You spear tackle / triangle check this fucker as he hops down off the thing. His back, you hear an audible snap as he just slams into the statue's base. It's like, oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And then after like 6 seconds, he just full on collapse spins like he's a fucking Master Chief in Halo 1. Some of the other dwarves that are just around, also dressed in a similar fashion to you, are like, yeah, take his place! They demand of you, Osric.
Do I gotta go stand up on the thing and start yelling?
I mean, it seems to be a
Yeah.
tradition of your people.
I go stand up on the thing and I start screaming.
What do you scream about?
The glory of the Halma and killing this motherfucking bitch dragon. Fuck her, by the way.
Give me
Not
a
my
religion
mama,
check.
I don't think so. That's great.
I want a religion check from you, and you may have advantage, as you are bathed in the blood of a fellow fervent zealot. Oh my God.
19.
Are you proficient in religion?
I'm proficient in religion.
Hell yeah. Guys, you watch Osric take over this impromptu pulpit and is just attracting more and more attention. What are the rest of you doing in this scene if you're here?
I think we need dramatic music to accompany the pulpit speech. That like matches their fury, right? Like we're getting some like through fire and flames on the zither or something, just to like make sure that this has the appropriate gravitas, you know?
Belle's just losing it.
Yeah, I'm shredding on the zither next to them.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just with
Pax?
the other cohort of dwarves, just
Are you with the calmer dwarves, Diamond?
no. I'm like,
Hell.
that's my
Enthusiastic
man. That's my man up
gesticulation.
there.
Hell yeah. Pax, what about you?
Pax is looking around for trouble. I guess he's just trying to pretend like he's not associated with these crazy dwarves.
How dare you?
Off to the side. What about Joe Null?
I think I'm like, tell him about your quest.
Osric, do you tell them about your quest specifically?
I do. In Southern Baptist style preaching. I
Can
will
you
tell
give
them
me
about
like
my mission
10
from God.
second uninterrupted, just let's hear you riff real quick as Osric.
Okay. My brothers and sisters and others, I am here for you today because I've been given a mission. A mission, yes. A mission from God himself. The Halma came to me in my old age and he said, Osric, you are the answer to our problems. There is a dragon out there, a scourge upon us.
Nice.
Very good.
I could have kept going. I'll stop for you. guys.
Beautiful, beautiful. Keep going. I'm feeling
No,
it.
no.
My heart, my dwarven heart.
Osric does this for like 10 to 15 minutes. The guy who first got knocked out, just keeled over, has been dragged off somewhere by some other zealots, hopefully to be not killed or, well, you know, figured
It was
out.
a
if he-
failure of our
he's
people.
dead.
No, you just douse him with some alcohol. He'll be right back up. You know?
In that 15 minutes, you all notice that several dozen dwarves have sort of come out of the stonework of this great big shrine and are just like eagerly getting more hype and hype as Osric starts talking about a quest to slay a dragon. The Zither plane is just stealing the show as well. Pax, you notice some of, well, only one person you truly recognize, a member of the Nightfallen, the only one you've actually met, is seemingly heading towards the human section and just sort of like diverts attention. What the fuck? And just continues to keep moving. And as people sort of filter out of this main hallway and entranceway, Osric, a ancient thing, this dwarf is so old, their skin has like fallen off of their muscles. They are a walking, almost mummy of a dwarf, with great big sunken eyes that seem to just be going further and further into the skull, a pure white beard that has been intricately and ornately decorated, wearing these very thin robes that show off the stretched muscle of a person who should by all rights be dead. You stare into these great big sunken eyes and calm yourself, or feel yourself calm, and it just points at you and then beckons you to come forward.
The great daddy calls. Here I come, Grandpa.
He will put a hand upon your neck, lean in, and gasp out a single sentence. I have seen you. And then he will casually or crookedly walk deeper into the temple, as if you are to follow him.
I mean, yeah, I follow.
I try to follow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surreptitiously following the...
Obviously, the zither playing is worthwhile, right? I guess. I
Are
don't know.
you
Does
following
Osric
and
give
playing
me-
the zither?
Actually, very importantly, as Belle immediately tries to follow, thinking this is clearly about her, do I get the death stare from Osric? Like, don't you dare! Because then Belle is gonna just party on.
I don't know if Osric necessarily believes in secrets very much, and doesn't view this as like a secret.
Okay.
He also doesn't like tell you guys to follow him. So
In that case, Belle's so excited to see what the mummy dwarf is gonna show us.
The mummy dwarf will begin to lead you deeper into the temple. You guys are not the only ones following this mummy dwarf. The dwarves that had surrounded Osric in a sort of hype train also follow suit. They don't even care that there are outsiders amongst you either. Clearly Osric is in league with some of these outsiders. The Zither Plain Tiefling, the one-eyed man, as well as the McDonald's employee, Jonal. You all enter the temple, and Belle, your Zither is being played by an invisible servant, correct?
Usually.
Or are you
Yeah,
playing?
absolutely. Why not? I'm doing that today too. I like it.
You will
Xenomask.
cross a threshold of two great big stone dwarves that are depicting the trifecta gods of the dwarven pantheon. And as soon as the invisible servant reaches this, I assume Belle has some way of just sensing where it is bumped up against what feels like an invisible wall to it, and just sort of presses its tuxedo mask body, I believe is how he described
Yes,
it.
we did learn it was tuxedo mask previously, yeah.
And the Zither is just sort of levitating mid-air.
Ooh.
What do?
This is surprising. It doesn't usually happen to me. I'm sorry, but performance anxiety, I guess, in the the mummy's halls here. I guess I will try to pluck it myself. Or is it like held firm?
You can physically grab the instrument and pull it free.
Okay.
And continue to mess with it or even play with it if you want. But as you've entered what is essentially a holy sanctum, now you are the one getting death stared of. Do not interrupt this ritual with your outsider performance. But
Trying to decide whether or not that matters. Okay. I think Belle's respectful enough at least to, like, maybe not interrupt their holy rituals too much. But I will take my instrument back.
Okay. Tuxedo Mask will wait here at this hollowed field.
Wait for me.
Yeah.
I give him a rose to hold between his teeth.
There's just a hovering rose at head height. Inside of this grand circular room, you will find 3 gods, or really 2 gods and 1 goddess depicted. You see the Gold Father named Kumala, which stands in the centermost formation here, holding a grand big sledgehammer in his hands, draped with gold. Oh, it's beautiful. This statue must be worth at least 15,000 gold, which is small bucks for you. Then on his left, your right, you will see Vilhalma, the Wrathbringer, his great big axes held crossed as though he is about to guard from some sort of attack. And then lastly, you see Lampola, the Hearth Mother, with her great big fire poker, hooked and sharpened, staring down at you. Thymond and Osric, you've seen depictions of these 3 so many goddamn times.
Yeah, the trifecta.
You even know that there's a secret 4th one, which none of the others in your party know about, because it is taboo to even mention that creature's name aloud.
I don't think there is, actually. Looking back, I don't think you're telling the truth.
I'm just making it up.
Anything you thought you knew, just, no. It's not real.
And this ancient mummy dwarf, slowly takes beneath the central statue of Kumala and speaks aloud with a thaumaturgy-enhanced voice, booming in the dwarven halls. People, my friends, a reckoning is soon to come to this land. I present to you the one who will herald its destruction, Osric Steelfist. And at least 2/3 of the crowd begin to applause / cheer / continue up the rage hype. You see the guy whose nose you broke is just like on a stretcher going, "That's my boy!"
Or raise like a cup of ale I was just handed, like, yeah.
I have seen it in a dream from the trifecta. Osric, a destiny awaits you to hunt down the ancient red dragon and his miserable humanoid allies. I have seen this, and it fills my heart with splendor as well as wrath that I cannot join you upon this quest, for it is solely your own. Do you have words for your people?
I guess Osric will, kind of put a hands to his chest, like, you're here with me, Grandpappy and everyone else here. When this dream came into me, and I knew that I had this calling, I set aside everything to do what is right by our people and everyone else that is good in this world. It is a privilege to be the person to be given that responsibility. Thank you.
More applause. Gentle and quiet before the true ritual begins. To do the sealing of Tiamat, at least here in the dwarven section of this temple. As you finish your statement and sort of take a step back down or beside this ancient dwarf, he will call out, to do right by our people. This is what the gods have in store for Osric as well as us. To make right ancient wrongs. Not just against the monsters that have terrorized our people, have incinerated our little ones, but also the ones who have betrayed our trust. Who have called us friend, then left us to the fires of sorrow and his brood. A reckoning is coming, and it fills me with more and more energy to see that day come to pass. But enough talk about the future. Now we look back to the past. And a ritual will begin for all of you. A grand ceremonial bull will be brought out. A token of Tiamat, not the real thing, but wooden-shaped scales have been brought out for everyone to take one, put inside the bowl, and then burn ceremonially, as though it is a representation of mastering the fire that Tiamat once used against the civilized folk. There will be a dwarvish prayer that some of you could potentially, not bullshit your way through. Otherwise, respectful silence is accepted. And before you know it, dwarves don't have this great hang-up on ceremony, and unlike the elves who will be in this fucking ritual for days on end, or the humans, which will be for several hours, dwarves are done in 30 minutes. Like, alright, we've done it. Everyone go home.
And more important things to do.
I'm sorry.
We got other things to do. Got
Yeah.
stuff to do.
Production doesn't stop on holy days. You start to watch the procession disperse in simple fashion. Some people, during the ritual, have just copied Osric's boob window from the frock.
Fashion statement.
Yeah, this is style.
Osric will stay behind to talk to the old man.
He waits.
I hope I'm not disrupting any other things that you have to do. I was hoping I could ask some clarifying questions about this mission that I've been given. I mean, I really only heard about it the one time, about 2-ish years ago. Not a lot of details. So if you have more information, that'd be great.
You have not communed with the god? Gods,
Don't
he corrects.
really know much about how to do that. I mean, I get real angry sometimes, and it feels like they're speaking through me, but also I can't talk at that point because I'm real upset. So if they're saying something, I don't understand it.
You get closer to the gods, the closer you are to death, Osric.
So I need to die? It's kind of hard. I'm real hard to kill, no offense.
You took part in a ritual not too long ago. Literally, he checks the watch on his wrist, just a great big thing.
The sundial.
45 minutes ago, Brother Grito showed you how.
Headbutting?
Yes.
Oh.
And then he will gesture to the statue of Vilhelma, and after, like, craning your... just twisting on your hips to look at it, you will see that on the side of the statue, on the outer side, sort of facing the trifecta, there is just a dedicated space that has been bloodied and marked / chipped away at by dwarven skulls who, worshipping the Wrathbringer and wanting to commune with him, just do self-harm and rage for as long as possible until they're granted a vision.
Okay, noted. All right. You know, if I'd known it was that easy, I could have done that a while ago. Okay. I guess Osric is gonna try to do a concussion.
Shouldn't do it
and see
today.
God.
He'll, like, let you headbutt it several times before he, like, calls out, "The gods are busy this day, Osric. It's a
Fuck.
holy day. Every dwarf and their mother is currently..."
Rain check.
Yes. You should wait until tomorrow.
I'll put that in the calendar. Tomorrow I gotta go headbutt this thing.
But as to what I've seen, Osric, what the trifecta have shown me, I see war in your future. A great war, filled with fire and ice. Some might even call it a song of fire and ice. Uh-oh, careful. Thank you for your pitiable laughter. I still got it. Great things lie in store for you. Provided you don't die like a dog on your way to getting them.
You know, fair enough.
Yes.
Well, thank you for your wisdom and insight, I suppose. Janelle, was there anything that you wanted to actually ask?
Me?
I mean,
Even though I'm the one kicking ass, I'm not the one thinking about it.
it seems that it would be good to have someone to call on if we needed to fight hundreds of goblins.
Not this guy. I mean, maybe this guy. Hey, you want to fight some goblins?
Here, right here.
No, they're not here yet. I think one of these humanoids that are working with the dragons is a half-orc. What was the guy's name again?
Alan.
Alan?
Grindelfob.
Al? Who is sided also with the goblins, which you should know because we've seen a lot of them recently working with the
He's
dragons.
just another stone to the foundation of your legend, Osric. Slay
Oh, great!
him
So I'll kill that guy.
and be done with it.
Yes. See, listen, Janal. All right, I've been told by a holy figure I gotta kill this motherfucker. Okay, so next time you see him, don't play nice. All right.
None who
You call
carry
that
the
Osric
blood
whistle
of
to get in there.
Tiamat will survive the war you bring for us, Osric.
I'm so excited for this.
Good.
All right, I gotta come back tomorrow and commune with this guy.
Of course.
Till then, don't die in your sleep, old man. See ya.
No promises. He happily mutters to himself. This guy looks like he could keel over at any minute. He should not be alive. There is clearly some magic at work keeping him going.
Did you know that was productive?
Who do you think he meant to get revenge on? He said
am I meant to get revenge
beyond those of just Tiamat, right?
I wouldn't worry about it too much.
I'm pretty sure he's
look into
referring
it.
to the people that are siding with Tiamat that
I
really have
would've-
no business on about that. Why are you acting
I mean-
so suspicious about this? Why are you? I think it's a straightforward answer. Simon.
I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, I've read the history books. There's nothing to worry about. Everyone was really helping us dwarves. Everyone, don't worry about it. Even some elves were there.
I think he's referring to the goblins and this half-orc fella, but he might also be referring to those fucking elves. But
I mean,
you know,
I was just
those
listening over
dwarves,
on.
they're racist, am I right?
I mean, Osric, I was over on the bench, but even I could hear that he has a great animosity towards the Hoarfrost Coalition.
That
I
seemed to be
mean-
what he was implying, yes.
I mean, but that's just what I got over there on the bench.
I think you guys are looking a little too into it. I wouldn't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Oh.
I also noticed that Janal started profusely sweating for some reason. You okay?
For some reason, huh?
Oh, it's just a little bit warm in here. No big deal.
It's the winter.
Usually
It's
you're
chill.
fine with the heat, Janelle. I don't understand.
It's all these sweaty
Yeah,
dwarves,
it's
you
cold
know?
outside. It's fantasy December.
It's
Did you check your fantasy calendar?
Yeah.
I always have it
Where's
on
your
me.
dates at, man? It's almost fantasy New Year.
Or our fantasy New Year's revolutions?
It's definitely brisk. That is.
Yeah, you know, Janelle, I gotta say, a lot of these people, they just want to fight a fucking dragon. So if you give them a dragon to fight, they'll be so happy. Just perf. You know, or you can do
Dragons.
what, you know, the Hoarfrost Witch did and just take him back on that mountain again, do the whole gosh darn thing all over again. You know, in 2,000 years, we'll have the same problems.
I don't know. We will have struggles if those that should be our allies desire only for each other's blood.
No. I think you're looking too much into it.
Yeah, if you just
wouldn't
say
worry about
that Sorrow spilt the beer, all right, they'll be focused. Okay, get them in line.
He spilled the beer. What a party foul. Immeasurable mistake.
That's how I lost a cousin. Yeah. But I don't think there's too much to think about behind it. You know, they just want to fight. You know, much like I would also want to fight. But I understand that, you know, maybe we shouldn't, you know, necessarily be the first option for everything. You know, it's part of my growth that I've been going through recently.
Yes, I think there is.
As
there's
my
not
ex-wife
much to look
said,
at.
you're never too old to learn. But also, I am on a mission from God, so you know, maybe that's
No, we
important.
should focus on that part. Nothing else.
Yeah. You know, we got other things to do today. We got other things.
We're really busy. We're really busy.
Yeah, let's go.
You all can leave the rapidly emptying halls of the dwarven worshippers here in Aquamarine. Is there anything you all want to do in this temple before heading out? Or was this your sort of one stop and you're good to rock?
I think
You're
Pax
good to
would
rock.
look for Lady Trinia just to observe her part of the human ceiling. Not to
yeah.
interrupt, but just to see.
Give me an investigation check. You watched her take off into the myriad halls of the human pantheons.
13.
A 13? You head around looking for depictions of the old man who goes by many names and has many masks he wears. Do you take anyone with you out of curiosity? Or is this a solo mission?
I beg excuse from the party and say my intention, and if anyone would like to join me.
Oh, of course. I get to see all the strange people. Mummy dwarves, old magic men. Let's go. My stories are going to be banging.
Jonal / dwarves.
I think
Hang
the
out,
two of
wait
them's
for him to
good.
Get back.
Okay.
Go be nosy. No one gives a shit about your fucking women.
Pax and Bell head off to the human gods. And after scanning the room, looking for Lady Trinia, you will find her. Pax, you'll notice that this ritual, first off, is going to take a while. Because humans love their ceremonies. There does not appear to be any one person speaking on behalf of any of the shrine goers. It's mostly just people who they feel most aligned to one specific god, standing near to that statue while overwatching a more central themed priest as well as his clerics going about performing this grand ceremony, speaking about Tyr and the sacrifice he made, as well as how each part of the ritual will work. You see that several dozen children are closest to this great big ceremony, some of this being their first time to truly appreciate what this ritual means for their people. You also see that the nobles, including Lady Trinia, are closest to the statue, sort of giving space for the more common folk. This is one of a few holidays where social class isn't so readily enforced. After all, this is a binding ritual of we were all, at one time, oppressed, regardless of station. What the hell is happening outside my house? Is someone
You
on
got
my
Ghost
roof?
John.
What the fuck? We have hail.
Do you need a priest?
My internet may go out randomly. I'm just gonna say this now. Before we move on.
What?
Pax and Bell, you watch the ceremony and sort of move your way awkwardly through the crowd, if you would like to, and sort of investigate what is happening, specifically to Lady Trinia. What are your intentions here, Pax?
I wanted to get close to Lady Trinia and make myself known and just kind of witness the ceremony for a little bit before ghosting.
Okay. Belle, do you
I'm
have
being
any...
very annoying. Who's that lady? What's she doing? Who's this old man? Do you have a date?
Do you date? Is that what you asked?
But like, we're following a girl around, right? I'm like, do you have a date? Like, what's going on? I'm being incredibly annoying.
Pal Bell
This
is
is
making... Oh, go for it.
this is a cleric to the god who's been pulling the strings for me for a little bit. Her name's Lady Trinia. I don't have a date. I don't think she expects me. I just wanted to observe, and then we can get out of here. Catch up with the others.
Slightly disappointing, but interesting. Does she know you, stalker?
She's a little too old for me.
Okay.
Pax, you will make eye contact with Lady Trenia at one point, who will more or less excuse herself from the peers that she is currently surrounded by. You're unfamiliar with some of these more regal-looking individuals wearing a simple frock over their clothing, much like you two. She will lean backwards and just be like, why the fuck are you here? What do you want?
I just wanted to see what a cleric of the devious, mischievous, mysterious bastard does
We
here.
don't talk about it in public. It's kind of a bad look when you're the cleric of a fucking death god.
Noted. I will talk to you some other time then. I'll excuse myself.
Yes. Also, who's your friend? Are you too needy? She asked immediately.
No, she is a companion. She saves lives
Wait,
and
is this
takes
Belle?
others.
And you're her double D?
Indeed.
You could say so. I'm her disciple of discipline.
I didn't know it was that kind of relationship. She offers to shake your hand, Belle.
I absolutely accept.
She's like,
I
I'm
love
such a
it to
huge
meet new
fan.
people.
I keep hearing more about your performances.
You are welcome to join me for one.
There's just a huge cough that comes in from the center of this. Like, he's like, shut the fuck up. It's like, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. Bye. As you separate, one of Lady Trenia's mundane friends was like, who are they? And he's just like, I have no idea. And just immediately goes back to standing around. And you two can ghost this entire temple. As you guys leave, you will watch several halflings in the hall quietly slip out with you all. Just like, oh yeah, this is a good time to get the fuck out. And luckily, Thymond isn't there to immediately throw down.
Yeah. It's on site.
Party, you will regroup at your inn, your tavern, your place. Have we even?
No, we have
purchased-
the vineyard, right?
Oh, the vineyard,
Jesus.
right?
We're at Sergio's vineyard.
That's
Fucking pansy ass grape juice.
I mean, I think it's quite nice.
severe thunderstorm warning.
Yeah, Pax.
Party, you regather. It is an empty orchard of sorts right now. You have all the time in the world to talk to one another, or, you know, tell me something and we can get the ball rolling.
Think we gotta go get a fucking boat.
But I believe we have one, do we not? Sergio has a great
Yes.
boat.
Yeah.
Ready to be all culty about it, too. He's very down.
Yeah, I think we need to have like a safe word or something going out to sea with this man. Can we have like grapefruit? Can we say grapefruit? And that way we'll know things like shit's going down.
It's got to be something
No,
you wouldn't
I
usually
don't-
say, Osric. I think
Yes, 'cause
rhubarb.
I
I
think-
wouldn't
Rhubarb would
usually
be
say
better.
fucking grapefruit. What do you think I am? You think I eat that?
I would
well,
say,
the rich people
"Ooh, I
say
want a
grapes, and
grapefruit."
if you're gonna say grape, and I'm gonna be like, oh, we had to go, but it's gonna be very difficult. Why not like large orange pumpkin man?
There's too many fucking words, man. It's gotta be
Yes,
quick.
but then you
safe
Alright,
word
very
is
specific.
safe word is one word.
One
Safe
word.
word's one word, Thymond.
Thank
One
you,
word.
Pax.
Okay.
Alright.
Rhubarb.
You can
No one says
hyphenate
rhubarb.
that.
No one
No, but
says.
I like
I don't even know
rhubarb.
what
We're
a
gonna-
rhubarb is.
What if they
I
offer me
agree.
a rhubarb
No one
pie?
does.
Do
We
I
don't
then
have
have
any
to fight
fucking
him?
rhubarb pies on the goddamn boat.
Oh,
I'm
you
gonna
know
be
for
eating
sure?
fish for 6 days again.
Maybe first day we have a rhubarb pie. I don't know. I'm not a rich person.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
Start
would like to
getting
point
ridiculous.
out that there's a picture of a golden statue tomorrow on the calendar. I think that we have something planned for tomorrow before we get on the boat.
Oh, we just be in and out. We can come back and just do whenever we get back.
Hang on, guys. I gotta split my skull open and lobotomize myself for a vision real quick. And then I'll be ready to go, I swear.
I didn't mean...
Can we...
Listen, Janal, I appreciate your dedication to our calendar, but it's not...
Is that a thing that has to be done tomorrow? Can we go
We got
talk
other
to the
things
water
to do.
nymphs and come back next week and do that?
Yeah. I figured that's what we were gonna, give the gods some time. They're
You
busy.
never know when the vision will come in handy.
I don't think the vision's gonna come in handy when I go talk to some fucking water nymphs. I gotta be honest. I don't need no dwarf god gives a shit about no fucking water nymphs, alright? Am I wrong? Am I...
I don't know what the dwarf... I mean, they seem pretty cool. Maybe
also,
they would
I would like...
care about the water
safe
nymphs.
word is rhubarb. I like that one. Pax is correct.
Thank you, Oscar. Thank you. It's an excellent safe word. It's worked very well for me in the past.
Well, I've learned too much about you now.
Listen, it's on the calendar in ink. I can't erase it.
I'm not saying you have to erase it. I'm just saying, maybe ignore the calendar for a couple days and then we'll come back to it.
I mean,
Check it off
Jordan's
later.
got a point. What's the point of a calendar if you don't keep it?
You're the one that told me to put it on there.
I was, you know what? I was in the moment. All right. I was briefly forgetting that we have things to do. The
There was
following
people around us. It felt like a lot of pressure at the
A lot
time.
of
We've had
pressure,
some.
a lot of pressure. People call me some bringer of war or something. I really would have liked to talk about it right then and there. When my mind was in the moment. But now I gotta wait. Are you really set on me going to do this tomorrow, Janal? Is this gonna, be in your bonnet until I get this done?
Yes.
Oh hell, Janal. I think we do this first. That statue ain't going anywhere.
You don't know.
Enough.
We might not be back here.
Are we gonna steal Sergio's boat too, on top of the fucking rug?
What do you mean, steal? He's coming with us, right?
Whatever. Sounds like
yeah, we have to bring him back, man. He lives here.
He has a wife, kids.
He's got a whole farm out there. He's got great.
Well, it seems optional.
I think he's cool. I think he'd go anywhere we tell him. Bell tells him to go. I think he would just leave everything.
He does like
for
you a
Bell.
lot, Belle. That is true.
It's only natural.
You see that Sergio is just inside his little workshop, just preparing a GIMP mask.
Oh God.
It's like, I've been waiting for this moment to become a GIMP.
Oh, no.
Okay, all those in favor of the water nymphs, raise your hand.
Oh, I've been waiting to talk to them, of course.
Sorry to know. We'll do it when we get back.
It's gonna take what? An hour for you to beat yourself unconscious? Come on.
We don't know the lasting consequences of having a conversation
You
with
are
a
far
divine being.
underestimating how
Okay.
hard-headed Osric is. I don't think
Well,
anyone could beat them
hear me out.
unconscious.
Let's say you're not thinking about the fact that they're going to bash their head in, and then that's going to probably take a while to heal and not have a concussion.
He did say it had to be a near-death experience. It's hard to get me
It's
near-death. It
it's
hasn't
going to
happened
take
yet.
ages
boat.
to heal that.
Yeah, heal on the
Oh
boat.
yeah,
wait.
Sergio, we'll see you there, buddy.
Did you buy 50 healing potions? Are we that worried for health?
I'm stingy.
I mean, you didn't need all of those hit points anyway. Come on, you got some to spare.
It sounds like Osric's made up his mind. To do it later. Even though the
We
cleric
can't
did
keep
tell
putting
him
off
to
your
do it
destiny.
tomorrow.
It's my problem. Okay. So, and I say we're gonna do that later.
Okay. With
go do
that
this,
said,
y'all.
you all will prepare for your adventure.
Yes.
Everything together
Or
for
hopefully
our
no one
boat
has
trip.
to say rhubarb, but we know that we can say it if we need to.
Okay, so just to go over this, what does rhubarb mean again?
If something's gone real bad and you can't tell us directly that things have gone bad, you say rhubarb. All right, and we understand that that means that you.
Oh shit! Things have gone really bad already.
Not.
Oh no, that was.
Oh,
we're
no.
talking about this.
No.
next-
Simon, I don't know what it says about you that you've never had to use one of these safe words before, but it's a sad existence you must be living.
I just go all the way through with everything I do.
You know, his normal situation is just always fucked, beyond belief. Thymon's life is snafu.
I do what I need to do, and I've gotten this far.
Guys, together, you all, I believe we all had our long rest, correct? Mechanically? I don't need to tell you to...
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
You gave it to us previously,
Cool.
so we have had the opportunity at least to get the long rest.
Perfect. That seems right. Then you all will set off on the morning of the 28th with Sergio. You'll go to his great big boat, which I have not named, but it is a mercantile caravel, I believe. It doesn't really matter. It's one of those 3-sailed ships that are meant to transport large amounts of stuff. It is decently armed, but it is not, you know, a combat vessel. Which, by all means, is perfect for you guys, right? You're flying under the radar, hanging out with a
What's the
ship.
name of this boat?
I haven't named it. What do you guys want to name it? I go to my name boat generator.
Grapefruit.
I have no idea how to name a
I have
boat.
a pretty good name if you want me to just like throw a name
Is
out
it
there.
Dyson?
Throw it out there.
Is it
Better not
Throw
be
it out
quick.
You know, I wasn't gonna say it, but you bring up a Dyson sounds really good for a boat.
Wow.
I mean, I didn't say it, but that sounds like a good name. I mean, I should even say my idea now because it's nowhere near as good as that.
No. Wrong one. Oh my god. No, I mean like a boat, not a ship. It's giving me a fucking... Ugh.
What's the
Describe your
difference?
boat. Want to. The Pelican's Pallet. I like that one.
Pallet? The name of the boat is Pallet?
The Pelican's Pallet.
Interesting.
Indeed. It implies there are pelicans in this world.
There'll be a lot of fucking bird shit on that goddamn boat.
There's no such thing. It's just the name of a little icon. You all hop aboard the Pelican's Palette, joining with the crew who are kind of confused about who you all are and if their boss has joined a cult.
Akin.
But you know what? He's paying for it. He's at the age where he has fuck you money, which he is spending it on whatever sort of pursuit that he wants, which is currently doing whatever Bell tells him to. The captain of the ship will kind of question you guys as you come aboard, of like, we weren't told where we were sailing to, but
My
the ship's
little
ready.
delta in the river.
That way.
You want to go
It's
to the
a-
Delta?
Yeah, we have some friends we want to meet up with.
This is not a low-hold vessel. We would run aground quite quickly if we were to try to go up there.
Oh,
You just
well,
need to make anchor offwards. We have ways to travel inwards. So find a deep water boat, place to anchor, and just wait for us. Right?
Okay.
Respect.
Wait, is that not? That's not where we went last time, though, right? We went further out.
I don't know, just get us close enough, right?
We can get you
No,
close.
like out of character. I'm trying to remember. I think we actually went out of. We went
I
out of here.
don't know boat terms. I said a thing that sounded right.
Anyone remember the riddle?
Yes,
Of course.
I remember it because I wrote it down.
Put
Do
your
you
right
wish to
foot
go
in.
to the River Delta after reading the riddle?
We need to go to where the
Wow,
water
where
nymphs
water
are. Are they
brews,
not
where
in the
sea
delta of
takes
the
them.
river? If not, that place.
To shrine you travel below ocean shallow. Need
So
to
we go.
Where cities were dispersed, seek not the mother of the sea. She is easy to take ire. Instead, seek daughters who drift near warm waters, and whose guilt reminds them of some slaughters. They shall seek aid or task or deed unknown. Just remember thy one desire, lest you never leave their watery grave.
home, but sure.
I was about to say, grave does not rhyme with unknown.
I didn't write it.
Fuck you. Fuck you, Pats.
Yes, we need to go talk to the daughters of Erdine.
In the ocean
Dina.
shallows.
So it's like right here.
It could be out here.
Alright, well, we'll take you there. As he says this, he quietly whispers to Sergio, "Where the fuck did you find these people? This is the strangest band ever." Just like, shut up! And call me Serge, he says. The captain is just like, "Yes, sir. Alright. God, I can't believe he's putting my kids through college." You all head on up the coast, I suppose. Sticking to the deeper waters, straying away from the not too busy shore. There is a tense moment, I suppose, as you see that as you guys are sort of coming out, several ships coming from a artificial island are heading into the city. I believe we spoke about this earlier, that there is a flotilla guild out here who seem to have been drifting closer and closer to Akmarie. But that was several weeks ago, so maybe we don't remember that, in which case, I'll fuck off. Passing by these ships, you all will head towards the... Oh my god, it's right in front of me. The River Delta. And then you will sort of weigh anchor as you are taken to where the ocean meets the river, where cities were said to have been washed out into the open ocean. And we will take our break as you all will look for a place to descend and start your search for water nymphs.
All right.
We'll be right back. Woo! Everyone, we are back
Yeah, my mic.
on a ship, looking down a river, looking at the shallows of this great big ocean that surrounds you. You are currently a little bit offshore, a little bit north of this great big chain of islands, these archipelagos and lagoons that had once been part of the mainland and then sort of sunk, getting ripped apart by the primal water elemental of this world, Odina. Where or how are we going to start looking for this underwater shrine?
I don't know. Last time we just like had a little rock show, and then the nymphs showed up to hang out with us, and that
Yeah.
seems like it could go similarly. Maybe like they could lead us where they wanted to go if we got their attention again. I guess is what I'm thinking.
True.
And if they try to kill us, we'll know right away.
Yeah.
So are we going to play a rock show on this boat?
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Worked last
Oh.
time.
Okay. Give me a beautiful performance check and tell me what you're playing exactly here, Belle.
All right. Well,
Probably like smoke on the water.
smoke on the water could be good. Yeah, it's thematic at least, or at least not
Could tell
thematic.
them
It's
the wonderful
literal.
story of the murder of the big mosquito.
Ocean Man.
Yes, that is what we will do. We will talk about the conquering hero of the notorious FROG, who has taken the mantle of Big Frog and defeated Big Mosquito, saving the wetlands from a tyranny of bloodsuckers. With special appearances from Mummy Dwarf and Hot Old Daddy or whatever his god is.
Hockle Daddy?
That's what we call them.
Yep, Hot
That's
Old
what we
Daddy
call 'em.
man. Yeah.
Bahoma.
And I guess I will give you a performance of 19.
Seems pretty good. Let's see if there's any ears hearing your vibration in the water. Ugh. Oh yeah, they hear you. You could even call them alert to your sounds, your noises, then your words of notorious FROG. How he defeated Big Mosquito, replaced Big Frog, and Hongle Daddy. As you finish your tale, seeing the water nymphs from the riverside, at least, come up to your boat and call. I mean, now you're not even like in a riverboat, so like at that time, you know, you were like face to face with them. They could have just reached
Right.
over and grabbed you, but now you're on like top deck of a ship, and one of them calls out, "Is that true?" From like the ocean itself.
Everywhere, darling. Can I like hang
Wow.
over the top of the prow like a figurehead?
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
I think you did that last time too. I think you were.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it's you! One of them calls out.
Hey.
I remember you from the river.
Long time no see.
It's been weeks. How are you?
Oh, so much better than I was. I had spent so long eating fish, it was awful. I smelled like mercury for a while. But I've had a bath. I had a show. I met the mummy dwarf. Oh, I have so many stories to tell you.
Oh my
Anyway.
goodness. But first, do you have any alcohol?
Always. What kind? Do you want a special kind?
I
I've
want
perfumed
any.
it.
Any at all.
I'm gonna hand over the like perfume that I have, which is alcohol based, so it sticks on your skin, obviously. And
drop it into the ocean.
Yeah.
They catch it, uncork it, unscrew it, just start chugging it.
You'll have to tell me if that's worthwhile. Does it get it done for you?
There's certainly a kick.
I'll
Is this
take note.
lavender?
No, it's hickory.
Hickory.
'Cause I smell smoky.
Oh my god. You quickly realize these water nymphs don't have real tongues. They're made out of water, so they can't taste anything. Their existence is a
Nice.
very strange one. And you watch this water nymph take on a coloration similar to that of the perfume in its liquid form.
Ooh.
Wow, this isn't nearly as potent as the last thing you gave us, but alright.
Not quite. It's special though. I thought it might be intriguing.
Well, what do you want in exchange for this, and hopefully more things?
Oh, well, we have a little business with a shrine of yours, I believe, under the waters.
Ah, shit.
Oh
You
no.
wanna go with the ocean ones? Our big sisters?
Well, I'm happy to come with you too. We have a little gem, you see. I think we need it filled up. I bet you could do just as well. In fact, I'm sure of it.
I don't know about that.
No?
Mama
It
said
sounds
never
like
to
you
get
need a little more
inside a
confidence.
person's gem.
Well, perhaps we need to put somebody else in then.
Yeah.
Anyway, I met some of you before. I thought perhaps we were the same, but I see I'm mistaken. I apologize.
It's okay.
You think
One
you
of
could
them-
give us directions to the shrine at the very least?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Excellent.
And she will tell you that upon the edge of the southernmost archipelago, there is a shelf, like an ocean shelf that goes deep down beyond the sun line, where you will find her sisters, the ocean nymphs. She will warn you, just out of good context. Hey, like, we're way more, kind. We drown people sometimes, but it's not like a malicious thing, really, so much as a self-defense thing. They're not nearly as, docile as us, so be careful.
Okay, I appreciate the warning. Anyone you
Yeah.
want me to say hi to? You missing anybody?
Oh, hell no! They're crazy! They're psychos!
No? Alright, well...
Is there a way to placate your sisters?
Give them a lot of shit! And/or
Good.
sacrifice the
prepared.
coolest one of you!
Oh, that's sweet.
I think we can't go without Belle, so we're just gonna give them a lot of stuff.
Alright. Be careful! Your ship, with your prodding bell, or really, you go to Sergio, and Sergio's like, hell yeah, let's go into the ocean.
We love the ocean.
Into the ocean.
End it all.
Thank you, Blue
Oh,
October.
I didn't know he was a member of Blue October. This was a mistake. Guys, I messed up.
This is all I've just been working towards this moment for so long, just for a bunch of Blue October references.
Yeah.
No. Never. You all can begin heading south, saying goodbye to the wondrous, somewhat malicious, no, not malicious, mischievous water nymphs of this river, and head further south into the ocean. This will take several hours for you to figure out which one is the southernmost archipelago, because, you know, at one point, Sergio was like, well, this is an archipelago, so is it technically, like, off the map here? And then someone will be like, no, it's definitely this archipelago that she was talking about. There's no way it's further south. This is like a day trip, right? It'd be hundreds of miles that the lady would have to sink a shrine, right? Right? And Sergio,
If I know anything about ladies, they can do anything if they put their mind to it. I'm sure she could do it.
You all will begin heading further and further south away from the mainland and to the dwarves. I'm sure that's terrifying. You guys have been landlocked. Thymond, Osric, what's it like knowing that you're about to take a big dive into the sea?
Historically speaking, dwarves have not been known for their ocean skills.
Yep. See, the first time I saw seawater, I tried to drink it. Mistake.
Was that what you were doing? That's what you were doing the other day?
I've seen it. Listen, that time, all right, I had forgotten after the first time. Okay, it's just.
This was
it's
a
not fair
separate
to
ocean water drinking incident, okay?
It's not fair to trick a man like that, all right? All this blue, and you can't have none of it? Mm-mm. Shameful.
That's fair. Shameful. The ocean is shameful.
Don't tell her I said that.
Keep your voice down. She might be listening.
Journal.
Well, listen.
No, go for it, Nick. I'm sorry.
I don't swim too good, so if I start floating off, one of you needs to grab me, okay?
Got
You
you,
can't fight. You can barely walk, and now you can't swim either, Janal. Come on.
You're lucky you're magical, man.
Well, you know, we do have this weed you could eat, and then you don't have to worry about it at all. You just walk around the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, we do have the weed thing. The stuff.
Why don't you
Big
put
frog
one in your
kick
pocket
ass.
for emergencies, you know?
I mean,
We said we were
figure
gonna give them a. Go ahead.
That just lets us breathe underwater. It's not going to keep me from getting swept away by the waves, right?
But this armor y'all get
There's no
could be
waves
help.
under the water. The waves are on
Yeah.
the top.
Mm-hmm.
There's like
From someone who's
currents,
very
though,
clearly
right?
been a oceanographer.
No, I don't
person.
think. I think like that's rivers, but rivers are on land, not in the
oh
ocean.
yeah, rivers have currents. Oceans don't have currents.
Yeah, we should be just completely fine. I mean, it's just like a big lake, right?
But both of you dwarfs are wrong. Oceans do indeed have currents.
Who told you that? Pax, have you,
Currents
were
are
you
tasty, though.
a pirate or something? Is that why you
I
have
mean-
the eye patch?
Oceans also have
No.
a past. I don't know how it's relevant. I bet the oceans have a future too.
I don't know why I argue with dwarves. Carry on. Journal, I can swim because of this new armor. You'll be fine.
Alright, just grab a hold of me if I start floating away.
Yeah, don't forget your safe word. All right, rhubarb.
There's
Was it
what?
not grapefruit?
Not grapefruit.
I thought we said large orange pumpkin man.
That was you talking to yourself.
Party, you, after bickering, or while you are bickering, your ship will begin to slowly circle the southernmost archipelago, with the captain pulling out his incredibly expensive, for some reason, 1000 GP gem, or not gem, telescope, and begin to search to see if there's any more archipelagos further south than the one you guys are currently at. Supposedly, there is a shelf that goes deep down where a temple can be found, or a shrine. What do we do as we have
If
supposedly...
it's time to start looking,
Yeah.
maybe we need to get underwater.
I think I'll get all the offerings put together We have 200 gold worth of offerings for these water nymphs.
Yeah.
So I'll get those all strung together in a harp or something.
A net.
Actually, yeah, a net.
Who's the net? No, I'm kidding.
That's my sister.
Does it make sense to have? Well, how clear is the water out here, John? We're a little bit past the river delta. Like, can we see? Like these? I assume we can't see to the bottom, right?
No, definitely not. The closer you get to the archipelago, the clearer the water is. But at some point, you're unsure without... I mean, it's the fucking ocean, man. Light goes down for maybe like 100 feet before it starts to get super dark. And you are definitely at the point where it's like... Alright, so there's clearly land, and then it gets deeper and deeper and deeper until it sort of fades together into a nothingness and deep dark void beneath the surf.
Pax, does your armor let you breathe underwater too, or is it just swimming?
No, it was described to me when it was purchased that it will help me travel through the water. And I'm worried about something else, actually, Journal. I don't think a bow will work underwater.
I've never tested it. I mean, is there any proof that a bow doesn't work underwater?
We're gonna find out. I hope not, actually.
Thankfully, both my great axe, which I slash with, and the staff, which I bludgeon with, should both work perfectly fine as well.
Well, I think we should take some of this herb we were given and go underwater and start looking for the temple. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
We are perfectly attuned to water combat.
All right, everyone remember the safe word?
Grapefruit.
Burble, right?
Rhubarb.
Large open...
Oh shit, what went wrong?
So we
Janelle, have you had your weed
tell-
yet?
Yeah, they're gonna anchor just sort of off the coast of this archipelago. They have a little rowboat that you guys can sort of take out as far away as you kind of want. Otherwise, you could lead it and sort of leash yourselves by like 500 feet and figure out where exactly you want to dive into the open water. But once you consume this gillyweed, I believe it's called, or some aspect of that I ripped off of Harry Potter, you will be able to benefit from the spell water breathing, but rather than 10 willing creatures, it's only affecting one creature and you consume the item. That said, it's 24 hours of water breathing. So, provided you don't die or, you don't stay below for 24 hours, you'll be fine. There's going to be some little difficulties, for sure, which are definitely not accounted for, almost as soon as you get within the water. So whenever you guys are giving me the thumbs up / green light to dive, I see 3. Is Bal ready to rock and roll?
Yeah, let's rock and roll.
You
Emotionally
all
prepared.
subtract 5, correct? Yes, 5. No one else is coming with you. Not even Sergio's dumb enough to jump into the ocean. So go ahead and subtract 5 consumables of that water breathing.
Will do.
And then as you all fall into the winter waters of this great big ocean, you will all immediately get a physical shock as your lungs are unused to dealing with this cold. Luckily, this magical weed is giving you an ability to breathe regardless of your lungs. Some of you
Also, most of
instinctively...
us have a ring of warmth.
Oh, true. If you have a ring of warmth, this water will not be nearly as bad. Then Thyman sinks like a fucking rock, guys. He's wearing armor. Yeah.
I do have the ring of swimming.
You have a ring of swimming. Oh, okay.
I am fine, baby.
You're
Where
fine.
Going.
John,
You
we
guys
spent a
watch
whole
Thyman
session
initially
shopping.
just dunk, going hundreds of feet per minute, and then suddenly the ring in his hand activates, and he just like forces mentally to like, we no longer sink, we swim, boys. Thyman, you immediately open your mouth and expel air through your throat and like start making out words, and then everyone immediately realizes none of you can speak underwater. It's awful.
Hell yeah.
For those of you who use verbal components for your spells, which is nearly all spells, you will no longer have access to them unless you figure out some way of speaking underwater. Which sucks. But you're not dying. No one's dead. Everyone can mostly swim. We have Thyman with a swim speed, Pax with a swim speed, so at least, you know, the 3 people who don't have a swim speed can hold 3 of the 4 hands available to them and sort of drift downwards.
I can pull a lot of people.
Guys, just so you know, I can control flames while we're underwater.
Wow.
Nice.
That's
Huge.
great.
And you all will...
Osric is realizing that no one can say rhubarb.
Rob, rob. You all begin to sink, going into the dark. Does anyone have, except for Pax, a source of light, which your dark vision will be able to sort of glean from?
We have that
I
I
glow.
have a drift globe.
We do have the drift globe.
You want the drift globe? You want to become like a party of angler fishes?
This sounds good. I've always wanted to be an
Yeah.
anglerfish.
Here comes the sun.
True.
Here comes the sun.
With the
I'm
drift
ready.
globe, you guys drift downwards into the
Here
ocean.
comes the sun.
Who is the drift globe magically tethered to, out of curiosity?
Pax.
I think it's me.
I think it is
It's
Pax.
anyone who wants it. So if you want it, you
Oh.
have it.
It's Pax.
I
Anybody
just
else
know
want
that
it?
it like
Would be Simon,
magically
because Simon has a
follows
better
it.
swim speed than all of us.
Okay. Guess I'm tethered to a drift globe.
Okay, so the drift globe is going to follow Thyman around. Basically, it's going to stay within 60 feet of you. Do you want it to cast the light version of the spell or the daylight version?
That's a great question. I thought we were just doing the light version.
It's up to you. It's just daylight is once per day.
I mean, how much bigger is daylight?
Like 3 times.
I just-
Just
within
light would be fine.
Yeah, we'll just do light. If we need it, we'll change to daylight.
Sounds good. I just want to know what luminosity we're working at. You all descend with this drift globe's light sort of suspended around Thymond. 3 of you are holding the hands or body part of 2 of your swim speed companions. Can I get a quick who's on who? Is someone holding on to Thymond? Who's holding on to
Ooh.
Pax?
I mean, I agreed to go with Pax initially, so I'm with Pax.
Okay.
I think I gotta be holding the hand of a big, strong dwarf, man.
Okay.
Simon is
It's the only
Simon
thing
and,
that makes
and Osric
sense.
are holding hands.
Okay. So
Yeah,
Thyman,
I'm holding
Bell...
Osric, and Osric is holding Bell.
Okay.
Perfect.
We got
We're
a
daisy
barrel
chaining.
of monkeys. Pax and Jonal are nearby, off to the side a little bit, staying within the light. And you all will descend deep into the sea, going further and further down. First 100 feet, you watch as the light of the world, the natural day, is fading. Your boat, which is sort of tethered off to a ship, is just sort of the last thing you see before the dark surrounds your magical light. this bubble of vision being a terrifying prospect. Your dark visions will activate as you reach the edge of it. You will see the gray waters being almost pitch black. You'd expect, dense aqua life, but for some reason, no fish, no greater sea mammals, nothing like that is nearby. Which is supposedly a good sign, I suppose? You're going to a shrine of ocean nymphs? Right? This is a good thing. There shouldn't be too much. Thing. Yeah.
Osric is on edge. No wildlife means predator.
Indeed.
I am the predator.
Oh god.
The ocean dwarf is a terrifying creature.
Simon's just having this weird inner monologue right now.
David Attenborough in there.
Yeah.
I'm twice
See
as
the
fast as I
water
usually
dwarf
am.
in its natural habitat.
You will continue to sink. Highs or lows, Simon?
Highs. I'm a high guy.
You're a high guy. You will continue to sink for 200 feet, 300 feet, 400 feet, going at a steady pace. Or at least a controlled pace. You don't see the shelf that, you're supposed to sort of land on the top of and then orient yourself down, which means you're either past the shelf or just... No, it just means you're past the shelf. There's no ore in there. You
ore at all.
Continue to go down and down into the ocean. I suppose someone give me a perception check?
I have my full faith in Pax for this, actually.
Hold on. Nope, Corin did it.
Jonal,
Our best stat.
what's going on?
I mean, listen. It's cold down here. Everybody else has those rings of warmth, I'm feeling the cold. I'm shivering. I'm just, trying to keep myself from freezing out here.
Okay. Your eyes keep closing uncontrollably as you begin to search. Everyone else is sort of in a similar situation. Cold as hell. Looking at things is not your party's strong suit anyway.
Totally my strong suits. What I'm best at.
That's why I wanted Pax to roll it. It's that's what he's good with. He has a
Pax,
good eye for this type
would
of
you
stuff.
like the second attempt just for fun?
I'm so sorry, party.
Don't be.
Love it.
A -1 compared to the natural one, which turns into a 5.
Ooh.
Look, we're good at finding stuff. We're not good at seeing the stuff we find. We kind of just stumble into it.
Some of you are getting that sinking sensation as you continue to go down and down and down into the sea. Darkness all around you, no animals, nothing, no sort of life. Who's afraid of the dark, out of curiosity? Or really, who's afraid of the void? Show of hands.
Man.
I feel like Belle can't be afraid of the void, seeing as they're like a demonologist. Seems like that should go fairly easily for them.
Osric Thyman, used to staring into the black of tunnels.
This is the first time. This isn't the first time I've looked down a chasm with no bottom. It happens.
Okay.
I think we've gotten, way further down than Jonel wants to be, and he's questioning, if we're in the right spot. And he's just tugging on on the hand and pointing up.
Pax, Jonal, what do you do as you're beginning to panic? Is it time to kick Thyman in the back and signal to go up?
Yeah, I like swing my leg wildly trying to hit one of the dwarfs and like gesture up.
You will do so. Osric and Thyman, though, it looks like they're holding their nerve. Belle looks completely comfortable, just sort of drifting with the water.
Osric's holding two hands. He will take charge if necessary. He's the middle of this daisy chain.
I think Jonal and Pax have a deep stare at each other's eye and eyes, and then we stare at the dwarves who sink a little out of sight. I'm waiting. Pax waits for Jonal's nod to continue down.
No, Osric is going, bringing them up. Osric is following you.
Oh, I misunderstood.
Osric is taking this as a rhubarb situation, even if you can't say the word.
I see the rhubarb.
Yeah. The visual rhubarb.
Thyman, you're getting yanked upwards. You're getting pulled up on your arm. What do you do, Thyman? You're in control of the light here, bud.
Can I look down and see if I'm able to, like, if there's anything near us?
It's a sheer void where you are right now, Thyman.
How long does the gillyweed last for?
24 hours.
24 hours.
It's been maybe...
Guys, we got time. We got some extra time on our hands to
Thyman, up or down? Everyone's signaling
going
up.
down.
Thyman's going down. Osric, the dwarf with the swim speed, doesn't give a shit about what you're signaling. Pax, Jonal, you watch as Thyman continues to go down supernaturally.
Osric is gonna wrestle that fucking swim ring off his goddamn finger.
You'll do no such thing.
But that means you'd have to let go of him. Or really,
if that happens, then I'm going much further down than you want me to do. I'll go down a little bit, and if they're not following, I will return to them.
Well, I look at
Very
Jonal
begrudgingly.
I'm just pointing
up.
up.
Okay, we start going up.
Alright. Pax and Jonal begin to go up. Thyman, Osric is trying to grab your hand and pull you.
I'll go up.
You begrudgingly go up, Thyman. And going up, ascending, no, it's fine.
Fancy
You all
bends. Woo!
Breach the surface. I'm sorry?
Fancy bends.
Yeah, we're not messing with that. You all will reach the surface of the water. I just need to make sure I know how the spell works. Okay, perfect. Nothing bad happens. The spell doesn't end prematurely just by getting up. I, for some reason, thought that it would end. Maybe I'm thinking of water walking. You all cough out the water in your lungs to speak to one another, realizing just how far you drifted. You're maybe like 300 feet away from the ship and boat currently.
Was that a rhubarb?
We missed the shelf.
We were in the wrong spot. There's supposed to be warm waters, and there's supposed to be shallows.
I thought they said below the shallows.
Shallows.
Yeah, shallows. below them.
There's supposed to be a shelf, which I'm assuming is the shallow part.
This isn't the right spot. Can we get back to the boat?
I think we
Yeah,
just
I think
gotta
we
find
should-
the shelf, buddy.
We start swimming back towards the boat, and then we.
If
try
you're
again.
gonna keep losing your nerves, we can go down there by ourselves and investigate it more.
We're in the wrong spot. It's not about losing
Okay,
my nerve.
We'll go to the right spot then. Where's the right spot?
Let's find some warmer water.
Okay, so we use our swim speeds to head back to the boat.
Yeah. You all
and-
will make it to the boat. It takes a little while. Eventually, you will get there. You will crawl on, start paddling, which is for the people you're not pulling. Or for the people who have a swim speed is slower, but for when you're dragging them, it's not. Those of you who want to stay in the water can. Kicking the boat, moving
I will,
it.
because I'm gonna try to feel for warm waters.
Okay. Many of you are cold as you breach the air, realizing just how the difference of the coldness of the ocean seeping into your flesh and bones is getting at you. Others are a little bit more acclimated to this temperature shift, thanks to magical rings or your own physiology. After re-diving, I suppose, or finding a newer place to go, closer to the archipelago, looking for this mysterious shelf of where this shrine might be located at or just below. Journal, highs or lows?
Ice.
Jonal, once again, after 20-ish minutes of looking around, Pax is unable to find any warmer waters. It doesn't feel like there's a difference so high up. And, you know, he's been coated in this water for over an hour now. You all re-hook onto one another, dive back down after recasting the light spell or cantrip on your drift globe, and descend. And rather than going straight into the fucking void for, you know, however long that was, you will soon find the seafloor being 100 feet below you. You land upon rocky shoals, coral reefs, something of the sort. Hard material which you've never felt before in your lives. I don't think anyone has ever held, well, maybe some of you who live closer to the coast would feel coral, but definitely not the dwarves. Coral would be a strange thing to bring in under a mountain. There is still even a little bit of natural light bleeding through the water, giving this a ghostly sort of just aura. All you have to do is find the shelf, which is an easy thing to do as you head towards the way you guys initially descended. And after about 50 feet of traveling awkwardly, you will see the sheer drop into the void again. Are you doing a moonwalk, guys?
Walk underwater.
Hopping along the
Hell yeah.
underwater reef hopping.
Yeah.
Following the shelf, going further and further down, you will again feel that sensation of fear. And for the people who are keeping an eye on the temperature, it will strangely get warmer the further down you go. You'll even be struck in the face sometimes by bubbles as you realize that this shelf at some point is a thermal vent. You see strange crustacean-like creatures that are nibbling away at the algae and microscopic creatures, eating them in their weird... I don't want to call it unnatural, but to you all it's unnatural. Alive. Going further down, you can even see bioluminescent lights. Or at first you think it's bioluminescent when you reach one and find what appears to be a jellyfish frozen solid, just petrified, creating this strange light source. At first you think it's just an actual creature that has been frozen into this position, but on closer inspection, at least with Pax's magical eye, he can denote that this is a continual flame that has been shaped out of enough coral that it acts as a 50 GP gem.
Ooh. Fancy coral.
Thank you. You continue to follow more of these lights as though they are a strange lighthouse, going further and further down, until at last you will find the shrine. A great big stone statue rests awkwardly, having wedged itself into the cliff face wall, having been beaten, battered, and then found rest upon a crevasse. You will then find the structure also in a similar state of disrepair, and upon laying eyes upon its darkened door, you will hear a voice whisper out to you from the sea itself. Does anyone here speak Aquan, out of curiosity?
I can in 6 seconds.
Well, it continues on for more than 6 seconds, Jonal. Aquan's a lengthy language.
I will burn a sorcery point to use a subtle spell, comprehend languages.
Ooh.
Nice.
You are able to hear at least half of what this entity has said. It seems to be some sort of mocking gesture. Blah, blah, blah. You understand any written language you see, but you must be touching it. Okay, don't care. Meaning of any spoken language that you hear. You hear the words whisper into your ears, Jonal, translating through your magical subtle spell. Of what fools you are to come here beneath the deeps. I hope you have prepared an offering for ourselves as well as our mother. And then there is a pause, as though she is waiting for an answer, whoever this speaker is.
Well, I can't see anybody, and I sure can't talk. I will, tug on Pax's arm and point to the net that he has carried behind him with the offerings.
Pax will shrug and look at the net, look at him, and kind of like gesture. He'll slowly push the net towards Jonal. It's like, here you go. And he like passes it to Jonal.
On your own, bud. Here you go.
So I'm trying to remember all that we have here. We had, I think we had some kind of cask of alcohol, and then we had like a bunch of random assortment of goodies.
Candies and goodies and different consumables.
Yes.
I would put like a potion in there too that we didn't really.
Someone said they were going to put like a potion of fire breathing in here or something.
After you take hold of this net, the speaker once more whispers in your ears. Only Jonal able to truly decipher this strange Auckland language. You have brought gifts. I wonder too, can you hear me?
I will give the universal thumbs up.
Nice.
He lets go of Pax's hand, and Pax panics and grabs his, robes.
You are better than the last who came here, then. Go and enter, and see what will transpire to you, should your gifts not be of satisfactory quality.
Alright, I assume there's an entrance that it is obvious to enter?
That is what prompted this voice when you laid eyes upon it.
Sorry, I must have missed that. Then, yes, we will enter the enter.
You enter the darkened entrance, which your light will immediately reveal several dozen skeletons held down and crushed by rocks at the very base of. Obviously, you guys are swimming, so it's not like you're walking in at the bottom. You're sort of coming in at the top here. And as you dive downwards, you will see that in the overhang there is one more of these strange coral jellyfishes, giving a luminous way forward, upwards, into... God, what would it be? The ceiling / back of this grand, or not grand, but great shrine. There's a way forward. Alternatively,
Yeah, I mean...
you can hang out with the skeletons and see what they got on them.
Hell yeah, skeletons.
I intend to just swim past the skeletons.
Okay. Pushing Pax forward, all of you see these dead men that have been stripped of their flesh, truly just their bones, many of them having been cracked either by rocks or by strong jaws of certain fish. You head into the air pocket, breaking the surface, illuminating the way, and hear the faint words of some sort of creature further in. Clambering on what is effectively a fallen stone pillar that is strangely either been pushed up into becoming a walkway, otherwise has fallen in a very precarious and concerning way. You all look at the ceiling above you, which has strange ornamentations, paint, supposedly, or some sort of pigmentation, depicting a human pantheon of sorts, maybe flying humanoids that are flying over an earthen landscape. However, the strange pigments of great big reds, or not great big, deep reds, has just created a hand tidal wave that has overcome this strange depiction. Weird graffiti has transpired down here in this ancient human shrine. You will find yourselves entering a chamber of sorts. Water surrounds you all as you make it to the end of this column. You all have to dive down once more to get into the back of the shrine, which has even less air in it. Hauling your bag of goodies, you will make it and see that there is a figure made of ocean water, delineated very poorly by the light, as though they themselves just sort of merge into the water of the room. And they speak to you now in common. all of you capable of understanding them. What gifts do you bring to the daughters of Erdina? What gifts do you bring to our mother? And tell me what it is you want in favor for them.
Sorry, did we exit out of the water here? Or are we still underwater?
There's less air in this room, so you guys would presumably be, like, pushing yourselves up closer to the ceiling, where this air pocket is, but this figure is entirely submerged. The common is coming through more or less telepathically.
Max, this is your expertise.
It's not really. Most of my deals go sour, Journal, as history has shown. I'll do my
really
best.
well with that last name, though. Where's your flower language? Come on.
I'll take the net back from Journal. I'll try to do the bard and the party proud. Oh, great daughters of Ordina! We come bearing gifts. Great consumables and treaties of the lands. And great potions for your mother. Please. Enjoy. We ask only that you help us with a small request concerning a librum of the Hoarfrost Witch.
There is a burbling sound as you say your final words. Are you servants of that witch?
No, are we servants of that witch?
What if I was the witch?
Right.
I have that costume. This could be our chance.
We serve ourselves.
We follow in the way of the witch, but are not her servant.
What he said.
Then you are a doomed soul anyways. And it is not my duty to take you. Leave your gifts, and I will give you quest, which I know is what you seek.
So I push the net towards, holding all the gifts.
You just let go and
Gently
it will sink
towards-
naturally.
Yep, just let it go.
It begins to sink. The water current will take it naturally to what appears to be a humanoid made of ocean water. They ignore it for the most part. You have come here for a quest, and we shall see it true. Head back north into the center archipelago. You will find a keel breaker, as well as a spirit who did not enjoy the deal we gave him. Defeat this creature before he sends more people to us. Return, and we will give you what it is you seek.
Is it a half orc? My apologies for speaking.
I don't know what an orc is, let alone a half.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Understandable.
Thank you, great daughters of Ordina. We will return swiftly with this quest met to receive the boon
Then go.
And then he looks panicked at... Yeah, he looks panicked at the guys. He's like, let's get the fuck out of here.
Thank you for this mission. I'm gonna have a great time.
Heck yeah.
Jonal just gives like a curt nod.
Thymond, any reaction to this strange water elemental?
Same thing, different day.
Okay.
Talked to a dragon a few weeks ago. Now I'm talking to a weird water elemental. A few weeks from now, I'm gonna probably be face to face with like a god at this point. It's just escalating after escalation.
But yeah, you can hit your head against that thing too if you want. I mean,
As you all are leaving, you will see the guardians of the shrine coming out of the woodwork, stonework that is submerged. These great big serpentine creatures, marrow, I believe they are called. These great big fish-like beaks that are just sticking out. Some weird tridents and improvised weapons in their hands. Each one of their eyes dead like a fish, staring at you all, clearly having been given orders not to harm you on your way out. You swim past these creatures that are just so alien in posture and head on back up. Swimming with your rings! Thymond doing the Superman. Pax just letting his armor inflate and then whoop, going up and up and up. You all will make it to the surface again. This having been a physically exhausting thing for at least Jonal and Bell. Even just getting pulled by people in the ocean. You make it back onto your boat. I'm sorry.
Nothing. Don't worry about me.
You watch Tuxedo Mask and his rose. He never left the boat. There's no way that graceful guy would follow you into the sea. He throws the rose at you, Belle, striking you.
Oh, I take 1 point of damage.
Oh,
my heart breaks more than my face.
Vocifer plays his chord. You all have.
You barely gotta tell your cult we're going somewhere else now.
Alright.
Kick some fucking ass.
Let's go.
We're just going to the center of this archipelago here.
We are, which I think the boat might not be able to get to because the whole deep water, shallow water thing.
The rowboat probably can.
Yeah, the rowboat will be fine.
I'm just saying, I know Thymond and I are gonna be doing the rowing. Alright, well the rest of y'all lay easy. Okay.
As we
That's
should
Janal
be.
with his fucking twig arms.
You know,
Listen,
I mean,
I could just... earlier, you almost fell over.
I tried rowing once, and then you just threw me off.
It was sad. It was sad.
We can make
Osric,
it more
if you don't want to
equal,
row,
use...
I will row.
I'm not saying I'm not gonna row. I'm just saying appreciate it. All right, you're getting a free show here.
We could use Yonal as a row.
Do you guys head back to the ship to tell your friends where you're going?
Boys.
I think we just yell at him as Osric speedboat rows us by.
One of them's like, Jesus Christ, you're an Olympian! Zooming with your boat with two 20-strength dwarves on either oar, you will begin to just zoom deeper and deeper into the archipelago. Belle, you were correct. There is some treacherous reefs and coral, as well as other sorts of things that would just instantly wreck a deep-hulled ship. Luckily, you are in a rowboat, which is not too deep. It maybe goes like 3.5 feet below water. It's not that big of a deal. Like, at most.
Nice.
At one point, you're awkwardly, like, caught on a reef, but not, like, damaged. You're just sort of...
no.
And then you have to, like, someone with water movement just gets up and just shoves the fucking boat. Just pissed.
We knew someone that could do that.
Who knows what a keel breaker is? Show of hands.
I think I know what it is.
If you know what it is in real life, I will assume your character knows it for some strange reason.
Is it a ship with a reinforced particular ridge to it with which to break through reef, squirrels, and ice? Or
Nope.
am I wrong? Okay, I'm wrong. I don't know what it is.
If I'm correct, a keel breaker, his entire purpose is to break the keel of ships for defensive reasons, especially during like ports for sieges, so that they
Sounds
can't
vaguely
like
familiar.
you can't bring your boat up to a place. Its whole purpose is to break the keel of a ship if it were to approach.
You know, if it's an item, I'm sure you're gonna be the most correct. But in this case, it is a creature. And if none of you know it offhand, I will let all of you roll a quick nature or arcana check, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah,
Up to
course.
you.
I'm actually proficient with nature.
I'm not proficient with either, so it
Don't
feels
all.
weird for me to roll.
Yeah, no, I'm so proficient with nature with my plus 0.
That's my second roll of the night. I've rolled 3 nat ones.
All
Ugh.
right.
Boy, howdy.
Can we give Jonal a advantage just so that both of those are used?
Yeah. We'll give him inspiration to re-roll into that now. Pax, I'm not seeing yours if you want to give one. If you don't care, no big deal.
Sure.
Okay. Then Thymond, for some strange, weird reason,
I mean, it is, if it's a creature, then he.
If
That
it's
makes sense,
a big
actually.
monster.
Oh,
Why would
yeah.
I know about that?
a big
Huh.
fucking monster. Yeah.
Dude.
A keelbreaker is a type of giant/huge crab that exists within the shallows of, well, they sort of blend in with reefs and archipelagos and other sorts of watery hazards for boats. And what this crab does, it matches speed with a ship, and then with its giant enemy crab claw, it literally just tears out bores to cause the ships to sink. Which it then eats the crew, like weird carnivorous, eldritch horror from beyond the deep. Yeah. Normally, the
There's no
tops of these
information.
ships sort of blend in with its barnacles. Sometimes they even pretend to, or camouflage themselves as flotsam for salvage ships to just, like, approach, and then they just attack in ambush.
I'm like reasonably sure it's a giant bird that drops rocks on ships.
I don't think that's what it is.
If it's a
I'm
giant bird, we
correct.
should go get the magic carpet. Giant
It's a
bird.
big crab. A big angry crab.
That's fun.
That
How
doesn't
we gonna
sound
fight
right.
a fucking crab?
I still think
Are you
we
guys-
need the magic carpet to fight a crab.
I think with lots of butter.
Oh, that's the wrong layer. I
We
want
could be
you to
eating
be-
it beautifully tonight.
If we want the carpet, we gotta go back to the boat. I didn't bring the fucking carpet with me on this rowboat.
You didn't?
No.
Why didn't you? I'm totally.
I'm confident
setting up a
we could
battle
just
now.
beat it
I
up.
need you guys to riff for me real quick.
You missed the banter?
So-
Alright.
Listen, I can transmute my spells to cold, but I don't think I can make fireball butterball. I'm sorry.
Oh, come
I
on.
just
Simon.
don't
Real
think it'll
delicious,
work.
Though, I gotta be honest.
You've
What's
never
the
heard of
point
the
of it?
elemental magic of butter?
Simon,
So
how
what's
big
the
do these
point of-
things get? Like, tell me when to stop.
Keep going.
Oh my god.
Little
Oh my
more.
god. Really?
Well,
No
if
way.
you guys can like
This is
start
far-
No way.
Oh, combine.
No
Alright, get
way.
over.
if you guys can like start walking the other direction of each other, I think that would
Alright,
be a little
alright,
more
alright.
helpful.
Is
Oh my
it bigger
God.
than this boat?
Hey,
It is
Joe.
about as. It's a little bigger than this boat, yeah.
Joe
It's a little bigger than this boat, yeah.
All right.
But this is gonna be an issue, you guys.
Like a rowboat? Yeah, it's bigger than a rowboat.
I can't eat a crab that big. There just ain't enough room in me.
Well, there's 5 of us. We could eat.
I mean, I guess we have to share.
You and
so
me
that's
can each
fair.
have half of it, and then the rest of what we can't eat, we'll share with everyone else.
You know, I think that seems fair. Yeah. Janal, do you think you could heat up the water in like a localized
cook this
area
thing.
to the point? Yeah, just boil it for us. Throw some lemon in there.
Okay. Sorry about that. While you are investigating this whirlpool and talking about making crab claws, you're going to see the crab, and I often get the complaint that my monsters are so far away, and for some reason I think you guys want it to be far away right now. However, it is going to quickly become apparent. You guys are looking... I'm not going to fucking... pull punches here. Where's my ghost? There's supposed to be a ghost with you, sir. You will see a boat floating within the ocean water, and you're like, that's the motherfucker right there. Take us to him, Osric. Go, go, go. I mean, I guess I could have you guys move your tokens wherever you want on this tiny little boat, but I don't think it matters, honestly. And you watch a spectral spirit pop up on the boat, shout out in a piratey accent, "It's go time, me lad! Get him!" And a giant
Right,
enemy
not the
crab will surge forward towards you all. I need everyone to roll for initiative. Woo, turn order. Let's do combat in 30 minutes,
Let's
please.
do it.
Where's
I
my
got this,
pirate?
guys.
I have to click on my token, don't I?
Oh,
There we go.
hell yeah.
Clicking in the token.
Nice, Osric.
Strange but necessary.
Oh god, please work. Yes. My
The
add-ons.
spell cook crab.
I'm sorry.
I was just seeing if I had a special cooking crab spell. I do not.
Ah, I see.
What is
I
the
see.
think it's
speed
called-
of this boat?
I think it's called Fireball.
I'm sorry?
What is the speed of this boat?
If you use your action to row it, it will go your movement speed.
Alright.
You can only benefit from that once per turn, though, or round. Alternatively, you can just drift with the boat, and I roll its initiative. There,
Does a
I'll give
javelin
it
have a
boat.
5-foot range?
Boat initiative, go.
Ooh,
Token.
a javelin. Okay.
Alright. Boat goes last, it looks like. What do you do, Osric?
I totally forgot. My javelin returns to me now.
Hell
Let's
yeah.
roll my fucking javelin of lightning.
Let's
Shit.
go.
Do you do the special maneuver for it? I'm forgetting what that does. If so.
I do not remember.
Alright.
For whatever reason, it didn't come in when I wrote it up.
No, you're good. Just go ahead and do your javelin attack as I pull up the item itself description.
Ah,
Are you aiming for the ghost or the crab?
crab.
Alright, crab AC is, I think, higher than 14. Yes, slightly higher than 14. Your first attack will miss. However, the lightning bolt javelin will return back into your hand. So you can make a second attack with it.
I will. I will do that. I will throw it again because it
Heck
returns
yes.
to me, and it's fucking fantastic.
It's true. Whoop. Oh, you're
Jesus.
one shy. It is unfortunate. But that is the end of your turn, unless you want to jump into the water and start swimming.
No, but I will rage as my bonus action.
Alright, that is a good choice because the crab has a movement speed of 40 and will get right upon your boat. Ta-da! And like any good old-fashioned... well, it's going to do two things. It has a multi-attack. It's going to use its whale as you see these strange haunted figureheads that are attached to the boat of its back. just sort of scream at you all, wailing out poor, horrible things of all the spirits this thing has sunk into the briny deep. I need to roll a d6. Where's my d6? That is a 1, a frightening wail. Why don't you all make me DC 16 wisdom saving throws or be frightened for 1 minute? As I will copy paste the text. Boop.
Yep.
Did you say DC 16?
DC 16. It's a long-ass thing. I didn't want to spam you guys, so I just hit you with the copy-paste. I'm missing... Osric.
Sorry, I thought the barbarians had a thing about becoming afraid while they're
That's
raging.
the Berserker subclass.
Yeah.
You're all scared, but who gives a shit? It's already on top of you. It's not like any of you want to get further away from it or get closer to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's well within range. And then it will make 2 pincer attacks. 1 on your boat. Fadoop. What's boat AC? Does anyone know offhand?
No.
I'll
I do
look it
not.
up.
It's wood AC. I think a 14.
I think it's 12.
Wood is 15. It will actually miss. Well, it tried to smash your boat, and then it's going to try to smash Osric. Osric, is your AC lower than 25?
It is.
And it will deal 7 bludgeoning damage to you. You are grappled, and blah, blah, blah. It can only grapple 2 targets. Or 1 target. Bleh. With its 1 claw.
It's 7 with
Congratulations.
the rage.
I'm sorry?
It's
Yeah, 7
is
because
it-
of rage.
Got you.
That's the end of a crab's turn. Thank you so much. Belle, please kick its ass.
Alrighty, so I wasn't gonna do this, but then this thing wailed at me and I got afraid. And I had this necklace that was gifted to me. It's got these pearls on it. And I'm gonna fucking start chucking them because, oh my god, I have to clutch my pearls. John.
Yeah.
A necklace of fireball typically has d6 plus 3 beads, and when I throw multiple beads, or even the whole necklace as one action, I get to increase the level of fireball by 1 for each bead beyond the first. How many? I don't remember anyone saying how many beads it had on it.
I think it was
2.
2.
A 2.
It was only
Still.
2. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, sounds like this is time to cook a crab. I'm chucking 2 beads at this sucker, and I'm gonna aim them just past it so we don't eviscerate our burn up
Yeah,
in a crisp
I
as
get
well.
you.
Yeah.
So
so
that'd
I
be a
would be-
4th level fireball for 10
It would be a
10D.
fourth level fireball, yes. And it seems like spell save DC for these is set at 15. It doesn't get to use my spell save.
If it's set at 15, it's going to have a hard time for the crab. Go ahead and roll 10d6 fire damage.
I will indeed.
Oh my god. The crab critically succeeds, but what about the ghost? He's within blast range for sure. That will be a failure. Jesus. Alright. This piratey ghost upon this thing's back calls out, "Ha ha ha! I'm gonna cut your ass!" And then he's like, "What the fuck?" And then fire engulfs it. Which it is not resistant or immune to, so it's just gonna eat 39 fire damage right off the bat. Almost killing it in one shot. The crab, however, it's partially submerged in water. Only the boat part is in, top of its shell's exposed. It's gonna duck down and only suffer half of this damage, which is 19.
Alright.
Whoop.
And then as a bonus action, I am going to give out a bardic inspiration to Diamond. Be like, "Oh my god, you're the only dwarf that's not caught! Kill this thing!"
Okay, Bardic Inspiration is gone. If you want to jump off the side of the boat and swim away, feel free. But I will move it to Thymond. Thymond, I believe you're afraid? Yeah, you're definitely... Oh, wait, no.
I'm frightened.
Bell, give me another wisdom save to see if you're still afraid. It's the end of your turn.
Excelente, will do. DC 16 is probably not going to happen. I think I'm just going to be afraid forever.
That's fine.
For 1 minute.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Thymond. Remember, you cannot move forward to the creature that you are afraid of.
That is very true. Although I do have a weapon that has more range and it's melee.
Oh, shit.
Called a staff. The staff of the chain devil. The staff that you just gave me.
True.
That staff.
Actually, you're within 5 feet of it, so you could just hit it normally.
I want to use a staff.
Use a staff! Whoa, you pull up a staff!
It whispers bad things to me while I'm sleeping.
Does he have disadvantage on this attack roll for being afraid? Is that how frightened works?
Yes.
Yes,
Is that how-
disadvantage.
Yes. You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within your line of sight.
Close your eyes.
And then there's something about moving forward.
Okay. Thymond, swing away, bud. Oh, but 10's not
That's
gonna
not
do
gonna
it.
hit. That's very sad.
Unfortunate. Oh,
And a 10's not gonna do it.
no.
Well,
You
You
do have a
need that
D8 if you
D8.
want to roll it.
Try.
Drew?
I could try my D8.
16
16 AC?
I just have to roll extremely well.
Just do it.
AC.
2 to 6.
That
That
seems
is
like
a
you did it.
hit dice. That is not a
Oh.
legal roll.
Oh. I used
There
my-
you go.
I have to roll extremely well twice. I rolled the wrong number.
Indeed. You will clear its AC with an 18. Please roll damage. Oh, 7
That
necrotic
is-
damage.
I'm using both hands. Since I have
Uh,
nothing else to get the range.
necrotic.
Oh, perfect. Then that true necrotic would be a D6 of bludgeoning. The necrotic damage only comes from when you use it with 2 hands. So it will deal 10 points of necrotic damage. Thwap. There you go. Anything else, Thymond?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a wisdom save.
Hell yeah. Pax! Oh, he passes! He's a
Pat-
hero!
Pax will shake in fear and like almost fall off the back of the boat, and he will steel himself a little bit and reach into a pocket, shaking, and pull out a pickled octopus tentacle.
Okay.
And he'll look at it, surprised to see it, because he didn't know he had it on him. And he goes, "This must be what you want, old man, you mysterious bastard." And he will crush the pickled octopus tentacle and cast Hunger of Hadar behind and encompassing
Hunger of
the
Dar.
Killbreaker and the ghost.
Alrighty, and this stays in play. It's not just an explosive, right?
Yeah, it's a concentration up to a minute. I want to cover far enough away from us not to affect us, but to encompass the creature.
I getcha. There you go. Good enough, right?
Perfect.
I made a tiny little ghost. You can ignore it. It's dead. I
I like him.
want the aura. Okay.
And I will-
What am I saving against?
That's my action. My spell save, 15.
I will wait until the start of its turn, I believe. Correct?
At the start of its turn, it just takes damage, and if it ends, it makes a save against it.
Would I
Okay.
also take that damage because I'm being grappled? By the crab?
No, you're fine. We're ignoring you.
No.
All right, Pax. Wisdom save. And bonus action if you have one.
I'm gonna bonus action Hexblade's Curse. There's that. There it is. On the creature. Then
Okay.
Wisdom save, which I'm not going to pass. Yep, still scared.
Okay. Tell me if you jump in the water. Joe, no!
I swim away.
Okay.
Point you choose within range. Nothing about line of sight. Beautiful. You know, panic fireball from Bell. That's supposed to be my thing.
Okay.
Imitation and flattery, you know how the phrase goes.
Alright, I understand. Everyone's backblasting the fuck out of this thing. Go ahead. Just roll your damage. Elemental fire affinity, that's right. I think the ghost is fucked. But this crab refuses to be cooked, guys!
Damn.
So many people have tried to cook him in the past.
This ghost calls out, I didn't even get to say my one-liner! Fuck! As it explodes from 2 concussive blasts of fireball. 34 or 36 halved is what?
18.
18, thank you. Okay.
That's my turn.
Sounds good. Woo! Ghost is dead. Boat goes. Boat is rams gently against the giant enemy crab. Alright. Osric!
Yes.
You are grappled.
I am grappled. What can I do while I'm grappled?
I don't know. What can you do?
I mean, I could hand axe him and do a reckless attack, so it's just straight up, so that with disadvantage.
Go for it.
I'm gonna do that. Alright. Hand axe with rage.
Oh, an 11 is not enough.
God, I'm doing terrible.
It's true.
I go in for my. I think reckless attack is only one attack, right?
Yep.
It's the entirety of your turn.
Okay, the entirety of my turn. Great.
Yeah.
Oh, you hit for 8.
Finally.
Minimum damage, but it goes through, right?
And also my divine fury. Great. Cool.
Perfect. Well, I love seeing those low rolls.
Osric is not feeling this fight for some reason.
You know what? Give me a wisdom save. Let's see if that's true.
Probably true. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Like, let go of me, you motherfucker.
I now know how to kill the party. Hunger of Hadar goes off at the start of its turn, which I believe is just 2d6 cold damage outright.
Yep.
Yeah, these tentacles wrap out of the darkness and leave frosted scars on the crab. 2d6.
Based. It's just another day. Another $1 for this guy.
That's
Jesus
11.
Christ. Alright, well the crab's not afraid of you guys, and this crab has a boat upon its back that wants to be underneath your boat. So it's gonna move forward. Ghost, get out of here. You're no longer part of this fight. This crab was just being bemused by you.
I'll say it is difficult terrain.
It's got a 40-foot swim speed. It does not care. This entire boat! Everyone upon it needs to make me a dexterity saving throw. We're getting knocked off into the water. DC...
Usually I would get advantage on this because of...
Bro, you are hanging up. You are not on the boat. This thing is flailing you around in the air in its pincer. Worry not about what the boat does for you, Osric. You're fine. That is going to be 3 failures. You are shoved off the boat in the water, going randomly where John chooses to throw you. This boat, whoosh, goes flying off into the air. Only Pax is clear. Only Bell and Jonol are currently at threat, though, in your non-swim speed shallow waters here. And then we get to wail at you. Get out of here, Ghost. I don't want your stat block. You did nothing. You did nothing for me. I'm just gonna post the brick of text so you guys can see what I got going for me. I rolled a 5. What does the 5 do? Each creature within 60 feet who can hear of a crab must make a DC 16 Constitution saving throw. On a failure, you'll take 2d8 thunder damage and will be stunned until the end of your next turn. Jesus. On a success, you take half damage. I'm gonna roll that 2d8 real quick. For 10.
That's a fail.
Oh, Jonal passes. And so does our good buddy. Ozzer. Guys,
Lovely.
do you love stun mechanics? Because I sure don't. And if I knew this creature had it, I might have reconsidered playing it. But I didn't, so it's in here. The crab wails, and then it's going to rip apart Osric with its pincer attack. Pincer.
My hunger for Dar goes away.
Rip Hunger of Hadar. Does the 19 or 25 will clear since it's attacking you at advantage? It's reckless. It will pinch down on you for 6. And then it's going to reach out for Thyman Jonal. Jonal isn't stunned. It's not a smart creature. It's going to choose randomly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bell is 1. Jonal's 2. Thyman is 3. Thyman, it goes for the dwarf. You look like a snack to it. It's going to pincer you as well. Does a 17 clear?
I believe a 17 meets it, beats it.
Alright, meets it, beats it for 20. Unmitigated. Be crushed. Alright, Belle, I'm so sorry to do this to you, but you are stunned. Sucks to suck. You do get to make a wisdom saving throw, though, to see if you're still afraid.
Okay.
You're not afraid!
I'm not afraid.
Hell
I
yeah.
am drowning, though.
Nice.
You are drowned. No, you're not. You're still water breathing. You're fine.
Oh, is it
hasn't
still
been
in
a dick.
effect?
It's 24
Okay.
hours.
Yeah, the whole day.
It's so
Like, all
long.
day.
Sick. All right, not
Simon.
drowning. Feels better.
You, I believe, are stunned as well, Thymond.
Yep.
Are you still afraid? You're not afraid.
I'm not afraid of.
Okay, then we
not
just move to
afraid.
Pax, who is also stunned, correct?
Stunned. Yep.
Yep.
I will
Are
see
you-
if I'm afraid.
Let's
I'm
see
probably
if you're afraid. You're still afraid.
still
Jonal,
afraid.
you are not stunned, but you are afraid.
Yeah, I am afraid. That is very true. I will. As soon as I'm like falling out of the boat into the water, I'm like, nope, 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 nope. And I'm gonna do a 30-foot misty step onto the beach over here.
Okay.
Is it night? Why is there dark vision stuff going on here?
Is there?
Yeah,
Not for me.
I can only see like,
Alright,
there we go.
that was my fault.
I will toss a firebolt at this thing at
Okay.
disadvantage. So it's a 12, which is gonna miss.
12 is 4 shy. The boat goes. The boat rolls to be sad. It fails automatically. Osric, it is your turn.
Alright, I'm recklessly attacking again. Because fuck this shit.
Alright.
Can I do two-handed? Can I get my greatsword in there, or is that too much?
As long as you have a free item interaction and it's attached to your body, I don't see why you couldn't.
Alright.
I'm moving you,
Okay.
Simon.
Oh,
You are my crabs. It is crushing you. 19 will indeed cut into this.
fantastic. Also my Divine Fury. Wow. Okay, thanks, Divine Fury. I'm not feeling very divine right now.
Because you didn't ram your head into it.
Yeah,
This is a
how
plus
dare I,
2
frankly.
greatsword, right?
Yeah. Am I doing it wrong?
No, you're great.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure the damage
Yeah.
and attack was going through correctly.
And then my extra attack. Whee!
Yeah. Jesus.
Thanks,
This great
Alright.
big magical sword that you took, this slab of iron, is cutting through this chitin. You're a hero. Are you still afraid,
Alright,
though?
let me do. We're gonna find out. Yep.
Simon,
Make my save, too.
what is the fear of crabs and crustaceans? Because whatever you have whatever that's called, add it to your character sheet. You cow! Oh, okay. It is going to wail one more time. We'll see if I just stun lock you guys forever. I don't. Anyone? This does nothing. Alright, it's just gonna pincer Osric as well as Thymond. Osric, please be crushed. Nope. Thymond.
Actually, no, it's with this. It's with advantage, so yes.
Okay, then Osric,
recklessly
you will
that.
suffer 10 for raging. And Thymond will suffer 21 for being a fighter. That's your fighter tax, bud. Easy turn. It doesn't move. Bell.
So I have a question in that I'm in this water and no longer on the boat. Am I capable of casting spells here while I'm like trying to stay above water? Or do I
Yeah,
have
if
to
you're
get to,
at
like,
the
firm
surface
ground?
and you have air that you can push out of your mouth, you can cast spells.
Okay, so I doggy paddle as best I can and wave my hands around wildly, and dip a drop of molasses on my tongue, and I will cast a slow spell upon the crab.
Okay, what save am I making?
Nice.
You are making a here. I can throw it in here. It's probably quicker. You're making a DC 16 wisdom save.
Nice.
So you have half speed now, a penalty of 2 to your AC and dexterity saving throws. You can't take reactions, and you may use either a action or bonus action on your turn, but not both.
Okay.
And only one attack.
And then as a bonus action, I begin singing "You've Got to Break Free," so that Osric has the inspiration that they need to break out of these claws.
Okay.
Osric is actually fine staying in these closets.
Belle is uncertain of this and is singing anyway.
Alright. Osric is now inspired. That brings us to Thymond. Feel free to take your movement, Bell, if you have any.
I suppose I will, like, try to get out of claw range.
You're great.
Backpedaling.
It can't make attacks of opportunity while it has shit in its claws anyway.
Nice.
But the penalty to its AC as well as its one attack per turn is going to help your team out. Thymond!
Yes. Yeah, so I'm gonna, first things first, bonus action second wind to regain some HP.
Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe in. Breathe in.
A little bit of... it's 7 more than I had
Minimal.
before.
True. Show it what it
Then
means
I'm
to be a
going
true
to-
Super Saiyan.
I'm going to swing at it once.
You.
Does a 23 hit?
A 23 does hit. It's 14 AC now. Oh
And that'll
my
do
God.
14 true necrotic damage.
Yeah, you cut through it.
I will then swing once more.
Okay.
Does a 27 hit?
You know the answer. Just roll damage. Come on. We're running out of time, dude.
That's 10 more damage. I'm gonna action surge,
Alright.
as I'm very upset of being in his
Take it
claws
home,
and taking all
buddy.
this damage.
I've never
Or-
been scared of a crab before.
Yep.
Splendid.
12.
12 more.
Alright, I don't think you can kill it. But you do hit it. For 14. You bring it down to 4 hit points, buddy.
Actually, wait. I'm gonna trip attack it, and
Oh,
even though
shit.
it won't kill it, I
Add a
will be
little more
adding
damage.
a little more damage.
Alright. Oh my god. Does it make a save? Or the damage just
It-
goes through and then
It's,
it makes
the
a
damage
save?
just goes through. I can't
Okay.
even trip it, but I can try to.
You
But he just
watch
takes damage for
as,
existing.
you know, for some reason, just channeling your inner fury of being a dwarf through this magical staff, the warbling crescent blade of necrotic damage cuts deep into its chitin. This thing lets out a slow noise with its jaws as it is cleaved down. And only you, Thymond, hear the faint echoing laughter of something far away connected to this staff. Party!
Great
That's
power
going to be it
of
for
whack,
us
whack, whack,
today. You've defeated the keel crab. You'll be rewarded next week by the, lady. But for right now, why don't I get you some experience and get us out of here? How about that?
Yay!
Mhm.
Sounds
Yeah.
great.
Mhm.
I'm totally not gonna get possessed by an evil chain demon.
Sure.
Won't happen.
And if you are, that's terrifying because I just saw you go whirling dervish against a crab.
I just hit it.
Indeed.
I whacked it 4 times and it blew up. I mean, I don't know what. I personally didn't do anything.
Strange how
It was
often
just
that
bad.
happens in life. Whack it 4 times, blows up.
How hard
Jesus.
are you after your second, buddy?
I think you should work on increasing that number.
That is 5,000. What's the ghost worth? Plus 700. Any shout outs you guys want to make or compliments you want to give each other?
Shout out to mopping.
Yeah.
It's your reminder to clean your personal spaces so that you feel mentally well. Very important.
Oh no.
There are studies that show that having a clean environment helps with your mental health.
Wow.
Shout out to giant crabs. I want crab now.
Shout out to that time we went to Maine and had a crab. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Was it the best crab
Shout
you
out-
ever had?
It was subpar, actually. No, I've had better crab in
Dang.
Nebraska, which
Wow.
is sad.
Really
That's
really
real
sad.
sad.
But did you have the lobster?
The lobster was
Alrighty.
better than any lobster I had in Nebraska.
I
That is-
have
alright.
experience for you guys. You guys are going to take home 640 experience points. Or 1,640, if I missaid that. Question mark.
1,640.
Yep.
Okay.
Giant enemy crab. Worth a good chunk. Also, the
The
ghost
secret
was in
fighter
there.
ability to just keep hitting.
Indeed. I am going to immediately take us to the outro. Guys, thank you so much for playing. Thank you so much for watching wherever you are. And as always, don't die. Woo!
You pay.
Thank you.